Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nash. For today's video, we're going to be setting up my March budget and finally walking through my Humble Beginnings budget planner, how I'm using it, and just kind of talk about how the month is going so far, because it's actually March 7th as I'm filming this. So let's open her up, let's get into it, let's hop into the video. So this is the Humble Beginnings Budget Planner by Sarah Marie Stickers. So if we flip to February, this is kind of the overview. Here is, I haven't put in my actuals, but this is basically how I used it. I ended up just using both pages as my full transaction log since I didn't really have sinking funds for this month. My debt, savings, and then these sheets here is where I kind of split paycheck to paycheck. Let's get into March. I kind of pre-planned and set up my key on the side. As you can see, February, this is kind of how I had it set up. We had bills, groceries, eating out, fun money, and gas is what I tracked, and this the same for January. I have my bills here that I'm going to kind of lay out with you guys, and then we'll get into the rest. So I decided to go with green for the month of March to match the theme. And first up is my rent, which is $9.70. It's due the first of the month. This is my third year. This is my first month into my new lease, so I have my new rent amount, which is $9.70 for electric. That's due on the 11th, and I don't have the amounts filled in yet. I have to double check since it does fluctuate month to month. The amount that I put varies. I also have my Citizens balance transfer credit card that's due on the 11th. My car payment for my Roxy girl on the 12th is $320. Insurance is due on the 20th, and that covers my renter's insurance for my apartment, my car insurance, Wi-Fi for my apartment is due on the 22nd, so it's actually gonna be $121 for this month. But I did call and I did the trick of saying I'm gonna cancel, and they brought it back down because it's gone up every year, and they try to pull the increasing the payment plan because I'm entering my third year. And when I first started paying Xfinity, it was like $60. For it to be $120 is ridiculous, but I did bring it down to $70, so for next month that'll be reflected. And then we have my gym membership is on the 27th. I've actually been putting this to use, thankfully. I actually just got back from the gym, but I wanted to kind of go through the budget for the month. As you can see, these are all the expenses I've had already. I realized that I wanted to film it, so I stopped before I got too ahead of myself, but I have 4 different categories that I'm kind of anticipating. I'm rolling over money from last month to go towards the rent for that I already ended up paying, so that was $470. For the income for my 9 to 5, $25.20. Miscellaneous, just because in the last 2 months I've had income that I don't expect, so I just keep a category open just in case. And I did see that my Q4 bonus is going to be clearing soon, so this is how much I'm kind of anticipating. So I do expect it to hit in March, I just don't know exactly when. So this is the full budget. So I'm gonna just run through I'm gonna pre-fill the categories quick, and then I'll hop back in so we can talk about numbers. So for tithe, I always go off of my 9 to 5. So it would actually be $252 that we're budgeting. Gas, we are gonna be putting aside $120. Groceries $160. Eating out $160. Fun $60. Household $10. Nespresso restock $40. Spending $40. So with these 4 in specific, gas, groceries, eating out, and fun money, I'm using my kind of averages from the last 2 months to kind of gauge how much I should be setting aside for my Nespresso. I'm doing it low-key every other month. I spent around $30-something in January, so I kind of just rounded up to C, and I already know that I'm under budget on this because my total for March ended up being like $35.50 to be exact. The minimum is $30, so I always kind of use that, but I hope to put a little bit more to kind of help bring that down. We're at $127. I believe that'll be the last high electric bill because we're kind of leaning off of the colder months, so I haven't honestly turned on my heat in weeks. So I feel like my bill after the 12th will definitely reflect that. Unbudgeted, we never budget for unbudgeted, and I'll come back to rollover because that's what's left off of the budget. So for my savings, normally I always do minimum 5% of my income with 200. Just keep it an even number. We'll see. Okay, so rent, as we already discussed, we're at $970. Roxy is $320. This is $200. This will be $121. 85 and 27, and as you can see, these are variable, so these can either fluctuate from month to month, and these are always the same, which is why I was able to just do these off the top of my head because they have not changed. So I always put these on this side because this is what I know I'll be paying, and as the month kind of progresses and these get paid and stuff kind of happens, I'll start to fill these sections out to see how close I got to the budgeted compared to the actual. So let me total these up really quick to see what we got remaining, to see what we might be rolling over, or if I want to add any more categories to kind of just squeeze in since we're working with a little bit more money than usual. The remaining amount based on everything that we totaled up, I'm going to put 400 here, and then I'll just put remaining $8 that we're kind of left with. So this right here is the budget that we are going to see how close we can stick to for the month of March. I'm very pleased with it. I feel like it's definitely doable with the way the month is going so far. I am still trying to adjust and get off of the survival mode that I feel like I've been in. Going into my 3rd month with this planner, I feel very motivated to stay on top of it, but also I feel like I have a good handle on things. It helps me stay accountable, it helps me stay consistent, and it honestly allows me to, I'm basically holding up a mirror to where my money is going, and the numbers don't lie. Here's to a fresh month, a fresh budget, and another chance to get closer to our goals. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, become part of the Nash's fam, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.